Good evening, Black Diamond and council, administration, our guests. Got stuff. Great to see everybody tonight. I'm going to call the meeting to order at 6:31. I apologize for the 1 minute. We were discussing current and relative events. Relevant. Thank you very much, Councillor Bain. Relevant events in Black Diamond. In the spirit of reconciliation, we would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional territories of the people of Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes Blackfoot Confederacy members Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai First Nations, the Stoney Nakoda of Bearspaw, Chiniki, and Wesley First Nations, the Dene of Tsuut'ina First Nations, the Métis Nation Region 3, and all those that made Treaty 7 lands their home. Okay, so let's get rolling here. We have one addition to the agenda. That will be FOIP 17.4.
Closed session.
Closed session, perfect. Okay, so if I could get a motion to adopt the agenda as amended, that'd be great. Councillor Thompson, thank you very much. All those in favor to adopt the agenda as amended, perfect. Carried unanimously, thank you very much. And the adoption of the minutes of our regular meeting held on August 17th. Any corrections, concerns, anything to note? And if not, I would take another motion to adopt those minutes. Councillor Vandenhoek, thank you very much. All those in favor to adopt the minutes as presented, perfect, carried unanimously. Wonderful. Thank you very much. We have no public hearings tonight, and at, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. At 6:33, I will open our question period, and I will ask if we have any questions and if anything has been submitted. So I don't see anything was submitted. Do you have any questions for us, Trish? No? Okay, that's all right. Okay. And I'll give, just a friendly reminder for any of those tuning in online. The new format that we use requires us to get the questions in advance. It's not a screening thing. It's just so that we can have the questions on hand. So if you have a question, you can get it in a few minutes before the meeting, and we'll make sure to address it at this time. Since there are no questions right now, at 6:34, I will close the question period section of this, and we'll move right along. Okay. Let's move right along to 7.2 bylaws, and this is, I believe, the final part, or not final.
It's not final.
Okay, I read through the majority of it today. Does the admin want to speak to it at all?
Yeah, so this is, if council, with council's permission, this is the first formal part of the franchise fee for ADCO to be set up for the Diamond Valley in 2023. Council, if agreeing with the agreement and the bylaw, will need to give it first reading. That all that information then goes to the AUC for approval. Once they have approval, they will send it back for second and third reading supporting. The ADCO franchise fee will be amended as per the recommendation that came forward out of FAC for if council is in agreement with this, for a period of term set for 10 years for ADCO. A property or a ADCO franchise fee rate at 15% and a property tax clause. And those would be the differences. It doesn't make that much financial difference. As far as the reduction, I think it works out to about $1 per household annually. So that rate will be reduced. We were at 16%, and we'll be going down to 15%.
Turner Valley was up.
Turner Valley was at 15%.
Yep.
So we will be assuming the Turner Valley service.
Save about 8 cents a month. Perfect. Thank you, CAO Brown. Council, any questions, comments in regards to this? Councillor Thompson.
My questions are regarding the proposed, the recommendations that Min is making. Because at our August 17th meeting, when I look at the minutes, the first two we already agreed to, I believe. At our August 17th, I think those motions were passed. 2022-233, which is 15% at 10 years, and 2022-234 is 10%. And then subsequent 5 and 5. So we have some.
Right. So this is for the actual first part of the agreement that needs to go forward. There was no bylaws that were presented to council at that time. This is the bylaw portion of it.
But the bylaw doesn't outline that. It's the agreement that outlines that, correct?
The bylaw needs to be attached to the agreement, and
Right.
on the August 17th meeting, we did not have the full agreement and all of the instructions. This all has to go together on the September 7th meeting for both councils to be forwarded for the AUC process.
Okay. Gotcha, because it was the alignment, I guess, with Turner Valley that those two were referring to.
Councillor Bain, follow up?
I can give you the first motion if you so desire.
Yes, please, sir.
The council agreed that the Diamond Valley term of the ATCO franchise agreement is set at 10 years. And I have no further comment. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bain. Questions, comments, council? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor? Okay, carried unanimously. And just so that I'm clear, we're gonna go ahead with 2 and 3 as well tonight. Is that,
That's
that's
correct.
Okay, just wanted to clarify to make sure that I knew what I
That's
was
correct.
asking for. Okay,
1-3.
perfect. Thank you, CEO Brown. Council, I would take another motion for number 2, if someone would care to give that to us. Councillor Thompson.
Council agree that the 2023 ATCO franchise fee rate included in the ATCO renewal of natural gas franchise agreement be set at 15% and that property tax clause.
Thank you, Councillor Thompson. Questions, comments, council? Okay, all those in favor? Carried unanimously. Number 3. Oh, Deputy Mayor Kloiber, thank you.
That council agreed to give bylaw 2022-12 to authorize the mayor and CAO to execute an agreement with ATCO Gas and Pipelines Limited. First reading.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Kloiber. Questions, comments? All those in favor? Carried unanimously. Awesome. Thank you, Admin, for all the work there. And let's move right along. Very similar subject, 7.2. We will be talking, sorry, between papers here. We're moving into the Fortis franchise fee, Diamond Valley 2023. CEO Brown, did you want to speak to this one as well?
This is the same as the
Same
last
thing.
one,
Okay.
just to get prepared for this all to get forwarded to the AUC for submission, so that we're set up before January 1st.
Thank you, CEO Brown. Councillor Bain.
But council agree that the Diamond Valley term of the Fortis franchise agreement is set at an initial term of 10 years plus 2 subsequent 5-year terms. I do not wish to speak to the motion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Bain. Any other councillor like to speak to the motion? All those in favor? Perfect, carried unanimously. We're looking for 2 and 3 as well here, please and thank you. Councillor Lalonde.
The council agreed that the 2023 Fortis franchise fee rate be included in the electric distribution system franchise agreement to be set at 10%.
Thank you, Councillor Lalonde. Anyone like to speak to it? Seeing none, all those in favor? Carried unanimously. Perfect. Okay, last and least. No, I don't think it's least. But
It's the least.
not least. I take one more motion, please, council. Councillor Vandenhoek, I was gonna call you.
That council agreed to give, bylaw Holy cow. 2022-13, third and final reading.
Are we okay with that?
Not third and final reading,
No, first.
First,
first
yeah.
reading,
was it first reading? I thought it was
Yeah.
second reading.
please.
Yeah, first reading. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. I wanted to double check. I thought I heard third. Okay,
I said third and final, that's the.
I did, sorry, I missed that up. No, you're right, the first reading.
thank you, Councillor Van Hook. Okay, all those in favor? Okay, tell me about it. All good. Okay, carried unanimously. Awesome. Thank you again, admin, for tackling those surely exciting pieces. Really, depends. Okay, let's keep going. Action items. We are going 8.1, MCCAC, Climate Resiliency Capacity Building Program. And this is in regards to our flood mapping. Does admin want to speak to it at all? It's fairly complex.
It is fairly complex, with the, pardon?
It's a big piece to read.
So over the last couple of years, the town has been involved with Alberta Environment and Parks, disputing their methodology for the new flood mapping, because what it does is impacts development in the northwest and the southwest parts of town. With the modeling, they have changed some of the new flood mapping, but it doesn't do enough to be able to secure the policy and regulations on building within that northwest and southwest areas as outlined in the map. And we are still continuing to find out what we need to do. Basically, we need to get a new bridge and widen that span, or we have to increase the height of our berms on the south end of the upstream berm. Have to make sure I get the right one. That elevation may have to go anywhere from 1 to 3 meters higher than what it currently is to be able to meet the 1 in 100 year recommendations, but we need to get some more work done on that. Administration has applied for an MCCAC grant to be able to offset some of the work that needs to be done through engineering, so that we're have the information to go forward with for the new council and determine whether or not this is going to be a priority on where monies are going to be spent on, if we're going to elevate the berm itself and continue conversations with Alberta Transportation for the bridge conversation.
Thanks, Steve Brown. Okay, council, questions, comments, motions, let's hear them. Councilor Bain.
Give you the motion that council agree to authorize the mayor and PAO to sign the attached MCCAC Climate Resilience Capacity Building Program funding agreement.
Thanks, Councilor Bain. Does anyone want to speak to the motion?
Just had a question about that.
Yes, go ahead, Councilor.
So if it goes through and everything with the flood mapping, would that change the direct control districts?
Only council has the right to change the direct control districts.
Okay.
And if we're talking about lands that may be impacted in the northwest, if the modeling gets changed and then town, Diamond Valley at that time, puts the dollars into protecting or increasing the size of the berm, there may be opportunity to be able to zone that something different than direct control. The challenge with the only direct control area that is vacant at this time would be that it's on the north side of the bridge, And that lands, hopefully, depending on whether or not the solution is the bridge itself, which Alberta Transportation has advised that it's at least another 37 plus years out. Or, and depending on maintenance and asset, right? It could be anywhere from up to 50 years out. That increasing the size of the berm on the south side of the bridge may not protect that area. So it may have to stay direct control. Right. It depends on the modeling and the overland flow at the time when we have engineered studies.
Thank you. Council? Anything further?
It's important to pursue, not just for flood safety, but for insurance purposes. The whole town is blanketed with one insurance caveat, I guess.
Mhm.
They don't take into account various degrees of flooding. It's important to get it right.
Yeah, quite a reminder, like seeing all these pictures of like how much the water affected. Like this one's pretty good, but like looking at the other ones, like behind that valves and everything, to be reminded of how far up that water came. A lot of water. Okay, anything else, council? We do have a motion on the table, which we will vote on here as soon as we're okay on it. Is everyone okay? Okay, all those in favor? Carried unanimously. Thank you again, Charlene and team, for continuing to pursue these things even amidst the amalgamation. Appreciate it, big time. All right. Ooh, big one. 8.2. Okay. Request for cancellation of September 21st, 2022 council meeting. We are going to be seeing the majority of you at AUMA, and someone will be here. So that's where we're at. So I don't know if we need to speak to this any further. If someone wants to give me the motion. Councillor Bain.
Council agreed to cancel the September 21st, 2022 regular meeting with council and direct administration to advertise the cancellation using all available outlets. Yeah, so motions aren't going to be here.
You guys don't want me to vote in your place? I can make awesome decisions.
We'll be here. It'll just be you and I. All we want to have like a forum. We make some really rad decisions.
We could, yeah.
Yeah.
We built a new bridge, like crazy. Who would have thought?
Okay, all those in favor of the proposed cancellation? Carried unanimously. Okay, reports and committee minutes. 9.1 committee minutes that requiring council acceptance. So we've got the JFAC committee minutes from July 13th. Sorry.
The August ones haven't been.
Oh, okay, my apologies. I was like, okay, shouldn't that be August? Okay, thank you very much, Verna. Okay, if anyone would like to speak to the minutes, they're more than welcome to. Otherwise, I would take a motion to accept as information. Councillor Thompson. Thank you very much. Okay, all those in favor to accept the JFAC committee minutes as information? Perfect, carried unanimously. Friendly reminder, council reports are due next week.
Because we have a meeting on 21st.
We're finally getting some traction, eh? You're just like, no, we're not gonna be here. Get me your committee minutes next Wednesday. You are right, you are. Heather's actually gonna send them right away here because she's just sending me your timesheet. So if you're looking for this, I want to see that.
I'll go west down because that's pretty much all I've done.
All good, Heather. Okay, well, I mean,
Post with been enclosed.
Verna, any comments on that? Do you want them next week or what's the deal there?
They'll be posted on the October agenda, but you can send them in.
Okay.
I can put 2 on in October. That's okay.
Okay. For those of you that don't want to do 2 council reports in October, feel free to get me one next week. or Verna get it to her next week, and then you'll only have to do one the following month. Okay, so nothing there. Let's move on down to correspondence and information. We'll go through each of these and then we'll take a motion to accept them all as information at the end. I believe we'll start probably with CAO Brown with the administrator report.
Official administrator report from the municipal, Department of Municipal Affairs is before you. They've
Okay.
approved everything.
Okay.
They have a couple of questions that needed clarity, but that's where we're going.
Awesome.
Through it now.
Thank you very much. We received the ministerial order 161 -22 for elections. It was signed in the middle of August, the 16th or the 14th, somewhere in there. But we've got it, and all that does for us is confirms, verifies that we will have an election. Oh, 15th, man, I was reading. Jeez. That we'll have an election on November 28th, right? And it just stipulates the times and. Sorry, Verna, go ahead.
That's okay. This is the one that was an extra statement, just again to clarify that it's the town of Diamond Valley is the jurisdiction, and this is the one that will allow. I just needed to get everybody back from vacation. It's not real yet, but it will allow nominations to be taken at both offices, both town offices.
Oh, great. Okay.
And to clarify when special ballots must be received by.
So nomination, yeah, thank you for doing that, because I should have put that on my video tonight. It could have said nominations can be handed in either town office. I'll definitely follow up on that. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Verna, for that. Go ahead, Councillor Thompson.
And maybe if you're gonna follow up on that, you can follow up on the deadline for nominations as well.
Yeah, I did put it in the thing. Charlene had my back there. So we do a monthly newsletter, and I've got a mayor's message on there, and Charlene reminded me to put it on there, so I will continue to let people know. There's a couple of people that have already put their names in that are new. So as far as I know, there's 2 at this point. So it's great. So we're gonna see. Yeah, so it's good. Perfect. Thank you for the reminder, Councillor Thompson. I will definitely make that known, the deadline as well. Perfect.
October 31st.
October 31st. Okay. 3, victim services redesign, letter from the town of Tofield. So is that right? Anyone would like to speak to that? They're welcome to. And then victim services redesign letter from Minister Chandro, who we had a nice meeting with last week in regards to SUVs.
Just a bit of hot air from him.
Cool.
I got to sleep on that.
Okay,
Can't wait till Friday. More hot air.
that's right.
He's gonna be talking about the provincial police.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces there. If anyone would like to speak to them, please feel free to. Otherwise, I would take a motion to accept all of them as information. Councillor Lalonde.
Motion to accept for information purposes.
Thank you very much, sir. All those in favor to accept these 4 pieces as information? Carried unanimously. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Just gonna bounce here. Okay. We're moving into,
That was a quick meeting.
No kidding.
we're moving into a close. That was the fastest meeting we've had.
It's like a fire underneath somebody's seat here or something.
Yeah, that was really fast. Okay, so we'll take a motion to go into closed and then shut
We
this.
can recess first.
Yeah, okay, let's recess first. At 6:55, we'll take a 5-minute recess. We'll be back at 7 o'clock. We'll take a motion to go into closed. And if anything comes out of closed, we'll be sure to let everybody know. Otherwise, we'll come out of closed and then adjourn the meeting. So we'll take 5 minutes right now. Thank you.